Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People Election Day edition. I'm sitting here with my boy, LV the Great, Leland Vaughn, and my guy TV. And today we just go discuss the election. We actually watching the election. We're checking it out on Fox News right now as we speak. I think I want to start it off today. You know, I'm going to start it off today. So basically, I've been watching the polls and the debates, and I don't like either one of the presidents. So what I found myself doing is I voted the last couple of years, but the last time I won when I voted was Obama. I thought Hillary was going to win. I voted for Hillary. She didn't win. Then we had Trump in office. But recently I've been watching videos of Trump supporters not agreeing with the way people are voting for Biden, and they talking about it's going to be a civil war or whatever the case may be. So that kind of made me even madder. So I went on Facebook and started speaking on like I'm not voting for no fucking body. And what happened was I found myself for the last 2 days saying how I'm not voting, and I was being slandered by people. Basically, if I didn't have the personality I had, you would call it being bullied. So basically, I was told I'm fat, I was told I'm ugly, because I didn't want to vote. So imagine how it feels to be a Trump supporter. I'm not agreeing. Listen, I want to say this off the rip. I'm not agreeing with neither one of these fucking candidates. But as most people are voting for Trump, as most people are voting for Biden to disengage from Trump, that's how Trump supporters feel. So I kind of finally got a glimpse of how it feels to be a person on the other side of the Trump supporters. But the problem is, Biden supporters are doing the same thing. If you're not voting for Biden, or if you don't have an opinion on voting for Biden, you're against it. That's not the case. I just don't agree with neither one of the candidates. My two fellas, they have their own opinions. I'm gonna let them speak, but I did do my own little homework and my own little research, and I didn't like the reactions I was getting from not being a person that wanted to vote. So I couldn't imagine how it feels to be a person that's on the opposite side of Biden, period. So it's almost like this Democratic Party and Republican Party, they became blood and crips. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm not fucking with. I'm not a gang member. I'm just minding my business, and I feel like we're not going to change with a president. They're not going to change nothing that's relevant to us. And what I mean by that is we already know the system was systematically set up to fail us from the beginning of time. So now you're telling me because we're voting for a specific man that he's going to change the narrative for black people. I don't believe that. The only way we're going to do that is by changing every fucking law, breaking down the Constitution, doing all of the shit that these presidents have no power over. So until we do that, I don't really give a fuck to vote. But like I did watch Dr. Umar, shout out to Miko. I did watch Dr. Umar video that Miko shared, and he had a great valid point. He's like, if black people were to hold their votes off for just one election, they would see how much of an impact is affecting these presidential candidates. But the problem is, if you're not with black people, which is the Democratic Party, they made us the Democratic Party. I don't know how the fuck we inherited the Democratic Party, but they made black people a part of this Democratic Party, and if you're not rocking with the Democratic Party, you ain't black. No, I'm as black as they come. But I'm telling you that I just don't like the candidates. I feel like Biden is a pedophile. This is my personal opinion. They don't feel the same way I feel. I feel like Biden, the videos I've seen, he's a pedophile. He signed the rights bill that put all those people in jail. I mean, the crime bill that put all those people in jail. I just don't really fuck with Biden. But I definitely don't fuck with Orange Dude either.
The TV sound on?
Yeah, the TV sound on. I definitely don't fuck with Orange Dude either. I'm just giving my opinion, and I feel like I was slandered today, but you know what? Fuck y'all. Anybody want to speak?
Turn the TV down so they can hear it.
Yeah, that's
what they don't want to hear it. I guess it's fucking with what we talking about. Okay, Mees. That's good looking.
Go ahead, LV the Great, man. Let them know what's going on.
This y'all topic, man.
To be honest, it's I got so many angles. It's not just one angle that I'm concerned with. I got one angle where, well, first of all, just in case y'all wondering, did I vote? Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you vote? Can you explain that?
Wasn't no dog in the fight for me. There was no dog. There was no dog. There's no dog in the fight. If I had a dog in the fight, then yeah, I go out and vote. But if there's no dog in the fight for me, there's nothing that for me to put my stamp on. And am I anti-Trump? No. Am I anti-racist, white nationalist, white supremacist? I won't give a fuck. Any of them individuals that's even teetering on that. Am I anti that? Yes. If they pro-Trump, that automatically makes me anti-Trump voting wise.
Yeah.
And so I can't vote for an individual that a Klan member is endorsing. I can't vote for an individual that white nationalist is endorsing. That you got these militant groups and boogie boys and the 3% and all of these weird angles and weird entities that is supporting Trump that I can't see myself being in unison with. But am I anti-Trump? No. Am I anti everything that he brings to the table? Yes. Now, am I pro-Biden? No. Because I'm not worried about no wall. That don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about how many refugees they save from war-torn countries. That don't have anything to do with me. All I do know is that when they do save them individuals from the war-torn countries, they drop them off in our neighborhood. And they come into our neighborhood, not all of them, not saying all of them, that'll be ignorant to say all of them, but they still have the same human nature as far as affiliations, clicking up, looking out for each other, banding together, creating a camaraderie, creating a self-union of wealth, of community that will clash with the community that they pinned us into. That they replace it.
Right.
But they boxed us in to this community. Now, do some spill out, trickle out? Yes. Do they purposely let the floodgates open so that we can go further out, so they can further gentrify inner city communities for pennies on the dollar? Yes, they do. So I'm not either or. I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Biden.
It looks like, not to cut you off, it looks like Biden is actually winning 85, the electoral votes, 85 to 55. That's just us checking in with y'all that ain't seeing the votes at the moment. TV, what's your opinion on voting? Well, give your opinion on voting.
Yeah, I done repeated my opinion on voting. Said what? 4 or 5 times on 4 or 5 different shows. So I'm a Moorish American. That means I'm a national. I'm a non-U.S. national. Everybody voting in this election is a U.S. citizen. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm not a piece of property. So no, I'm not voting. But go ahead. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say if you were voting.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say.
Or if you had the option
if I was voting,
the option to vote.
I mean, I got the option to vote if I wanted to. If I wanted to actually go in there and say that I was a U.S. citizen, but I don't play around with the paperwork like that, because that paperwork goes a long way. But if I was voting, I would vote Trump.
You would vote Trump?
I would vote Trump.
Okay.
Why would I vote Trump? Because he's trying to revive the economy. Now, let me expand on that. I got a couple other topics I'm going to talk about. But let's talk about this. We can go all the way back to the towers being torn down. See, this is the type of terminology they use.
9/11 towers?
The 9/11 towers,
okay.
right? Because they don't want you to know what they're talking about. So, really, you should say foreign trade center. Because we're talking about foreign trade.
Mm-hmm.
When we start talking about foreign trade and the foreign trade centers being torn down, that was a symbol of the trade with America around the world, with different nations of the world, being shattered at that time. And when that was shattered at that time, what they did was they killed all the T-bonds, because what you have is nations around the world that is trying to do business with the United States. But the United States was running around, were running around with a military, bullying everybody. So the reason why those towers were torn down is because the trade between these countries was being torn down. Now, people just think that, I guess, America getting money because they just get money. No, we're getting money from the trade from these different nations. You see what I'm saying? And these other nations can't fight our military because we got the biggest military in the world. So therefore, they can't fight that fight. So they had to fight it through the T-bonds. So when they start cutting the T-bonds, then they start cutting the money that was coming and the resources and products that was coming to the United States. Go ahead.
So, was the destruction of the trade tower, was that symbolizing that the control that the United States had over the trade as far as foreign countries, has we tearing that down, we breaking that dominance, and we're opening up a new trade? Why would they destroy the building?
No, we're not opening up nothing. What you got is these countries refusing to trade with us, so we can't open up nothing. So what we did from there, 2000 going all the way up, even going through Obama, Hillary trying to get in all that, is we went into bully mode.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what you go back to Gaddafi getting killed and they stealing his gold.
Right.
You go to them tearing down the trade centers in Germany, coming over here and asking for their gold, but they didn't want to give them the gold, so they went and killed Gaddafi, took his gold, and paid Germany with his gold.
Okay.
And this is the type of games that the United States was playing with everybody. And they playing bully mode, but the countries are saying, okay, you can do that all you want to, but you ain't coming over here and getting this, what I want to say, these carrots, this celery, this wood, this steel,
right?
You see what I'm saying? This silica, this copper, all these type of things, because it's a trade game. This is how the international money game is being ran, and we just think America just got money just to have money. No, we have money because we were trading with everybody all across the world.
So, I agree with you.
Do what you agreeing with.
I agree with that. We need to have a trade in order to get a
money. That's how the currency is going to flow.
That's what I agree with. But again, this is not a topic that I'm accustomed to.
Okay, but hold on. Before you jump,
I'm jumping back on topic.
But before you do that, so why do you think there was the initial destruction of the towers? Was it something that we did?
It was symbolism. What I'm saying is that you got these towers that symbolize our trade with the whole world.
Right.
Since the world was cutting off our trade, they tore them buildings down.
We did, though.
We did. That
the
was
United States.
Job. We know that was the inside job.
Okay, so the United States.
Like Tariq Bey said, let's not think it was some nigga up in the goddamn mountains with a box cutter that came over here and tore these goddamn
with a bazooka on the back of a Honda. With a bazooka on the back of a Honda truck.
You understand what I'm saying? Cut it out.
Motherfucker got a bazooka on the back of a Honda truck.
Again, and I can't stress this enough. We weren't gonna have a show today, but my guys and people was asking for our opinions on the election. But again, I could go back to what I feel about Biden personally. Before this was ever a thing, probably about 2 years ago, I watched videos, and at the time I didn't read the caption. I just watched the video. Right. Didn't realize it was Biden because I wasn't really into politics like that. So I didn't realize it was Biden, and it was a bunch of videos of him like, fondling little girls.
Definitely.
Okay, and then ever since that I didn't like it. Ever since that, I just was not a fan of Biden, and like maybe it's because I got a daughter. I don't fucking know, but I'm saying like I couldn't decide to pick between the two lesser evils.
But what about Barack though? Because Biden was running with Barack.
Yeah.
And so
I don't feel the same way about.
But
too.
Once two birds of a feather flock together,
right?
And so Barack was aware of these same laws that Biden passed. Barack was aware of his sexual behavior.
Right.
All of these, and so, but we flooded the polls for Obama.
Well, Biden.
We thought he was black like that.
Yeah, but Biden.
And he not.
But
no,
and he not.
No. But go ahead.
All right. So then I seen a video about Kamala Harris or whatever her name is.
She ain't black like that.
Y'all getting comments?
Huh?
Y'all getting comments?
Not really.
I don't know.
I ain't getting none.
No, we ain't gonna be sad.
Oh, we
was just listening, cause you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's right.
But I felt like I seen this video and it still was talking about how black people don't listen unless it's chaos. And this was a black guy talking, right? And he was like, "What's wrong with Kamala Harris? She's the definition of black excellence. She was a DA. She was a lawyer. She was blah blah blah." He ran off all of her accolades, and then he said,
and then she went to California and locked a bunch of niggas up, just like Biden did.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
But that was also her job at the time. She was part of.
Who was signed up for? What person was signed up for? And not to cut you off, but we having an open discussion.
Right.
And so, what black person will sign up for a job to run a judicial system that everybody with two eyes know is unjust, that know is fucked up, that know that they have put hundreds and thousands and millions of people in jail unfairly, knowing that the mandatory minimums is not fair, knowing that all of this shit that is heavily geared towards the destruction of black people, what black person of what level of excellence will sign up for that?
Who does that?
Who does that?
On black college at the highest level, and go get yourself in a position where you in a state where it's just a cesspool of niggas to lock up. With basketball numbers, bro.
But y'all can't. I can't knock a woman that look for the highest paying job.
I would fucking she a woman.
So that's what you're saying.
So what
you're saying is
her sex.
You saying our excellence as a people
is for sale,
subjected to your excellence as an individual, and that's our fucking problem.
No, you said for sale. You said for sale, right?
Man, that's our problem, man. Niggas will sell out for the fucking money and sell your own people out. There's other ways to get money. You ain't gotta be saying it. No, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
And I respect your opinion. I really don't think you looking at it that deep.
I get what you saying.
But that's exactly what the fuck she did, and it's some bullshit.
But again, this is why we're talking about endorsing two of the main people that helped sign the crime deal. So I'm trying to understand what's wrong with not wanting to vote. Because, like I said, I got to worry about Trump on... Let me explain this. And like I said, TV has a different opinion than me. I got to worry about Trump on one side and all of these racist motherfuckers. Then I got to worry about the same man and the same woman that locked up a bunch of my black kings and fathers and husbands. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm voting for two of the lesser evils.
Some of them motherfuckers was criminals. Some of them motherfuckers was criminals.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're saying that. I just had to put that in. Go ahead.
See, here we run, man. Look, we so good with running around with these cliches and these mottos and this bullshit. Look, if all we got to run with two or lesser evils, that's like a motherfucker saying, nigga, either we gonna kill you or we gonna shoot you in the leg. Nigga, shoot me in the leg if that's all that if that's all I can run with. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to stay alive. I gotta take the lesser of two evils. If I got, they keep talking about, look.
Yo said,
said,
read it off. Go ahead.
Look,
go
she
ahead.
said Trump is a
You
founder
read better
too,
than me.
but he don't hide it, y'all like Trump. Hold on. I ain't seen no videos of Trump fondling nobody.
It's a lot about Biden.
The only thing y'all can say
No,
is he
but-
was talking
no,
slick about grab the
But it
coochie
had
or
to
whatever
be
that.
when it comes to
Man,
pedophilia.
look,
When it comes to
I need evidence.
when it
man.
comes to
I need
pedophilia,
evidence.
the allegation
Man,
sometimes
look,
has to
man,
be
look,
enough.
I'm a law person.
Right?
You ain't convicted nobody down at the damn courthouse talking about what he did and this and that and hearsay. You need evidence.
Yeah.
We seen a video evidence of this man sniffing and rubbing on everything.
And we just gonna ignore that. You know what?
But that's out in the open though. That's out in the
listen,
open though.
but we
It
gonna-
ain't like he got allegations behind the doors
Man.
of digging in a motherfucker
Look,
ass.
What the
Man,
fuck? I see
look.
it. Listen,
If he pulled your daughter up and he's
And-
rubbing
and-
all
and
on your
sniffing her
daughter
hair
or
like this.
sniffing her
Tell her how
hair
beautiful
and
she
telling
is.
how beautiful she is.
First of all, I'll be like,
and her little brother, he gonna have to really be on his job when he get older because men gonna be all over. Hold on, don't even be indoctrinating my young daughter with that.
With that
and
energy.
then he do this. So and this is also disrespectful. He'll come in, you'll come with your wife, and he'll take your wife like, you beautiful, you stand next to me. And you LV, you sit over there. Hold on. I don't care who you
we're
is.
so blind.
I don't care who you is, man. You're not about to just take my wife and set her next to you and have her all curled up
Yeah.
and have me sitting over there like I'm the side nigga. So
Biden uses power to the
to the T.
To the T.
Am I
Right.
lying?
for real.
No, but they all use the power though.
No,
That's the same way now. Trump got the
Man,
allegation
look.
against Michael Cohen,
Look, man.
daughter. She's playing tennis. He got to
Where
talk about
is-
this nice
All right,
piece
so
of
time out.
ass.
Where is the tape at?
Hey, y'all pull that up.
Where the tape at?
Pull it up.
As we discussed this though, again.
Y'all
As
fans,
we
pull it up.
discussed- Listen,
Michael Cohen,
I'm about to explain this.
daughter.
As we discussed this, I have one in my left ear, one in my right ear.
Okay, yeah,
That's
most
the
definitely.
struggle of I'm voting.
Exactly.
That's the struggle.
Because if we can't have a collective vote, then what are we doing?
I'm the whoa.
They run around with their stickers right now.
Now,
they feel
there's a
real
difference
proud.
between-
They run around with their ego.
Well,
And,
there's a-
and
sure
the black vote then went in 82 different directions.
Well, that's because no one really truly wants to understand what they're voting for, and so that's the same way
Vote for what?
I tell. That's the same
What
way
y'all
I
mad
tell.
at this man for?
I
then?
tell a
What
lot
you
of
mad at me
people.
for?
I tell a lot of people that until we don't have to rewrite no constitution
No, we don't.
or rewrite anything. The only thing that we have to do is collectively get the laws up on the ballot. And then once the laws that benefits us get on the ballot, then we come out and vote.
Please break down what you said about the LBGT community.
It's no different than when the LBGT community, when they wanted to be recognized as having their sexual partners on their insurance coverage or their marriages being recognized. You know what they said? They said, well, hold on. It's millions of us. All we need is $5 a piece.
This is breaking it down.
And they mobilized.
And they mobilized. They said, all we need is $5. Listen, that same way, it's 49, and that's according to the last census. It may be more. But on record, there's 49 million of us in the United States. We need $5 a piece. We need $1. Hold on. We need $1 a piece. And then go and say, listen, we got this money. This is what we want you to put on the ballot. And we can go to all of the...
What this though? Let's just say LGBTQ. Let's say East Indians. Let's say Africans.
They all do it.
Let's say Asians. What I'm saying is what they don't do is what we were just talking about earlier. One of them comes out the group, take a higher position, and subject all of them to bad treatment.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it.
Right.
In a hot second, Kamala
Okay.
Harris, like I just said.
Shout out.
Or
I can feel
are
that.
people that are men that's great entertainers, make a lot of money, but you take that big paycheck to go put on that dress and influence all of our young men, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This goes on all around our people. Our people are so separated, being pulled in so many different directions. And then want to pop up today talking about vote.
Yolanda
Vote for
said,
what? We not even together.
Yolanda, you on here a lot, man. If
you have to read that comment out.
If you hit that green button, you'll be able to tap in with us and get your voice heard. But now, with that said, Yolanda said Leland is right, which I'm always right. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Thank you for the acknowledgement. I appreciate it. But she said Leland is always right. No.
She didn't say all of that. You see how he threw that in there? He threw that in there real smooth.
I knew he was gonna read this comment off. Leland don't read off comments. But let him read off this one. Yolanda, you over here. Let me see what you got to say. Go ahead and read Yolanda's comment.
She said, my bad. She said Leland is right. We have to be well versed in law and fight to have them put on the ballot. Niggas have a hard time uniting because of the Willie Lynch syndrome. And I can't agree with that, but the truth is this. And it ain't the truth. This is my opinion. I take that back.
I'm waiting for it.
Don't nobody even know really if Willie Lynch even exists.
It was real, right?
You know what I'm saying? That's just like Santa Claus. The same way they tell you that Santa Claus came down the chimney and he gave
shout out to smart as dumb people.
And he gave the bad kids coal and gave the good kids what they wanted.
Right.
That's Willie Lynch. You have people that have took the human behavior, because if it wasn't no color, we'd still be separated by monetary property. Any kinds of, you know what I'm saying? There are all kinds of separation. And so, not going against what Yo-Yo said, because he could be true.
She said he is real. And
yeah, I know.
Lester, your brother said,
Tinkerbell.
Shout out to Les. Your brother said the papers do exist.
Minnie Mouse.
Papers.
Minnie
Nothing
Mouse.
else exists about that man.
No,
Come on, man.
Minnie
Let's
Mouse
just be
said.
real, man.
Minnie Mouse said if
Show
you
me the
put.
birth certificate.
Minnie
Show me
Mouse
some
said.
Man, cut, man.
Mickey Mouse said if you put the Incredible Hulk versus Captain America, you'll make the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? None of this shit is real. If you put Thanos against all of the
Our
Avengers,
problem.
then you'll have a separation of powers and there be a fight. And so I'm not saying Willie Lynch ain't real. I'm just saying that if we continue to believe this theory, then the theory will always be there. It's no different from Jesus Christ.
That theory is there because there's laws on the books, like what was I saying? Christian black codes. I think it was either 1624 or 1824, which don't even allow us to gather together without the police coming in legally to break us up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What's that? No more than 7
just
to
like
10
we keep
people?
using the yeah, exactly.
White or
That's
black.
the 10
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
White or
but
black.
we know it's used
Right.
for black people,
Right.
So-called
Right.
black people. We steadily running around using this term racism when really our problem is colonization. Because you allowed all these Europeans to come in here and we still letting them do it. We letting them come from Mexico, Africa, Asia, India, come in here and get all of the treats and the favors of the American dream while they uproot the indigenous American people that are the true American, what I want to say, copper-colored people here.
Right.
But
then we have to agree upon that.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. We were here first. This is our land. We didn't let these Europeans, and I'm talking black, white, it don't matter. Red, blue, it don't matter.
Europe
It's
was a
all
part
up
of
in our
Africa.
books. It's all in our books. As I say, the Willie Lynch, yeah, we can just talk about them 2 pieces of paper that they wrote.
Right.
It's all in our history books of how these people came over here and just took over our land. And if they coming from somewhere else to take over your land and then take your name, then you think they gonna let you bind together as a group?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to see these people as the ones that are taking the resources and not letting us bind together as a group. And then we want to fight with each other. No, that's our problem. We let people come colonize our land. Our problem is not racism, it's colonization.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's our problem. We don't want to be the original people. We want to be called what these people called us, which is black, Negro, colored, African American, everything else up under the tree, up under the sun.
Right.
And shout out to TV. He's one of the reasons why I didn't really give a fuck to vote. And I'm being honest with you, like, he didn't put me up on so much game. Like I said, this man is one of the, he kind of opened my third eye a little bit. And what I mean by that is, he made it okay for me to think outside of what a fucking book says. And I learned that from him. And Leland, technically. But Leland's still into books and shit like that. Leland's still into books and shit like that.
Man,
but some of like Les said, the papers exist or whatever the case may be. But it's okay to have a different opinion and start thinking for your fucking self.
Right.
That's what we like. I'm being honest. This is what we like. If you're not with us, you against us. I hate the theory of that. No, you might go right. I want to go left. But I tell you what, if we can come to an agreement, I'll go right with you.
I'm gonna say this to my guy Schwinn. Salute to my guy Schwinn.
Yeah, he just
go to
posted
Missouri Western State back in the day. That's my guy. I stayed in this dorm, man. We had big fun, man, and used to do a lot of big things in their dorm room. But Schwinn, no, we don't have to rewrite the Constitution. Why? Because in Article 6 of the Constitution, it says that the treaties of the indigenous people is the supreme law of the land. That means our indigenous treaties between the Cherokee, between the Iroquois, between all these different
Choctaws,
Guadalupe, Hidalgo.
The GTs.
We got all these treaties that we're not paying attention to because we don't know we those indigenous people. But Article 6 of the Constitution says that is more supreme than the Constitution. The Constitution is there to protect your God-given rights. It ain't there to give you rights. It's just there as a treaty between us and these Europeans to protect your God-given rights. Your God-given rights is whatever religion or whatever you was doing on your land before these people got here. We have to get that in our minds.
The rest
of us don't even read that Constitution, so you wouldn't even know that. But Article 6, go read it right now. You ain't even got to go read the Constitution. Just go to Article 6 Constitution right now, and it says the treaties are the supreme law in the land, and the debts thereof that was there before these people even came. So these people owe us a lot of money. They owe us a lot of land, and our treaties are the supreme law of the land. So no, we don't need to rewrite it. But if you think of yourself as these names, these brand names that they gave you, black, Negro, colored, these are names that they basically own as property. So they didn't write that in the Constitution. So if you want to keep running around as a black, Negro, colored, African American, and all that stuff, yeah, you're going to have to rewrite it. But however you rewrite it, a person that is seen as property is never going to have rights that these people respect.
And what was that, Dred Scott? That was Dred Scott versus the United States. Dred Scott versus the United States.
Black people don't have rights that these people is going to respect because the truth is we're not black.
Hold on, time out. I gotta get this out.
Yeah.
So, because this ties into what TV talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dred Scott versus the United States. He sued to be free. He took it all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court recognized that what he was saying was true, but what he was considering himself by made him not eligible to be free. Since he was calling himself these bywords, then they said